It's time to figure out an age-old debate. Which 45 PCC is right for you? Could it be the Strybog, chambered in 45? No, could it be the Banshee, chambered in 45? Could it be the LC Carbine, chambered in 45? Maybe the UMP, for sure. Maybe even the LWRC SMG 45. I don't know. Maybe it's definitely the Chris Vector. Could it even be the High Point Carbine? I don't know, but I feel like we should talk about it. Let's figure out which one's right for you.
Welcome back to Class Rounds, guys. Kai over here with Jason.
What's going on, folks?
And today we're going to talk about our favorite 45 caliber PCCs of all time.
Definitely the gold one.
Absolutely this one. After this thing, obviously, the military version, the M1 came out, but everybody knows this, right? The Thompson submachine gun.
Tommy gun.
Yeah, Tommy gun.
Captain Miller's gun.
The gangsters used them, and then the FBI got them. Those FBI agents.
And then unconstitutional gun laws came right after.
Exactly, the NFA, right? Well, anyways, today we're going to go ahead and talk about actually shoot all these things. We're gonna go to the range, shoot every single one of them. Jason's gonna shoot them. I'm gonna shoot them.
Suppressed and non-suppressed.
Exactly. And then we're gonna talk about
the feels.
Which one's our favorite.
We'll talk about the feels.
Yeah, we're so spoiled, dude. It's just so crazy. Like,
a little bit.
I don't like this one because this one is cold to touch. We're just so spoiled, man.
I hear
but
you,
anyways,
Papa Bear.
Yeah, we're gonna go do that, but not this guy though. Because this thing, there's no competition. There's nothing to compare this thing to. So I'm gonna go and put this thing away.
Gently, please.
Gently. And I'm gonna say, Jason, we got a bunch of different guns here in front of us. High Point, CMMG.
Chris Vector, TMP, Grand Power Strybog, the SMG 45, the LC Carbine, all being paired off with the Mojave 45.
Mojave 45, one of the best out there. So let's get to the range, shoot every single one of them, and see how we feel about them. And then come back here and give our final thoughts.
Let's do it. All right, we're back in the studio, man. Did you have fun shooting all these?
Great time with some of them and not so much with the others.
That sounds so bad. I loved every single one of them. Some were very surprising for sure. Other ones caught me off guard. So I feel like we should say which one we kind of like the most versus kind of like the least.
Okay, so there's 7 guns here, right?
Yep, 7.
Showed up at the range, shot every single one of them. I'll go ahead and tell you from my least favorite ones to my favorite, right?
Okay.
Right off the gate, High Point. Now, I know some folks are gonna say that, hey, you know what, High Point, of course, you guys are gonna always pick on the High Point, right? No, for $260, this is a great value for some people, but the value is not the only thing I judge these guns on. There's multiple different elements, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, High Point, what in the heck is this?
It's a single stack magazine.
Yeah, so there you go.
Won 2 World Wars.
Yeah, exactly. So it is a giant of a gun, a very, very limited capacity. I'm not a fan of that. It just ticked me off big time. And recoil impulse for how big this thing is, I expected something a little bit better. I know it's a direct blowback, but I don't want to say anything more. High Point just didn't feel all that good, but that capacity threw me off, so this is my least liked one.
Okay.
Moving on, and this is gonna maybe throw some people off. Of course not. UMP 45. I was utterly disappointed in this gun. $2,500, right around in that price range. Obviously H&K, right? That UMP 45, every video game has this thing, this iconic look, the folder, all that. I thought I would get better performance out of this thing, but that blowback system, the recoil impulse was terrible. I didn't like the way this gun felt as I was shooting this thing for the price point. Now, if this thing had a little bit better price point, perhaps it would be somewhere better on the list, but that much price point, and I have this terrible, like not so good shooting experience. This goes down to my number 6. And my number...
But great mags.
That's right. And actually, I'm gonna talk about that with something else, why something got ranked better. But great mags, they're absolutely fantastic. And I got my number 5 Ruger. And this takes your good old Glock mags, and you can have those extended magazines, at least double stack High Point. So The magazine capacity, 700-ish price point, full aluminum upper, just overall felt pretty good. But that recoil impulse, man. Like, I was like, what in the heck is wrong with this gun? This bolt is giant and heavy, right? This huge steel block. And so let me get the mag out. It was just like, this, it just right there. It just hits you right there. And you actually feel every single time that it's like a little punch to your face. I don't know how to explain it, but it was very distracting and didn't feel all that good. But again, for the price point and you get decent capacity, of course, very reliable magazines, Ruger's name and better hardware. This goes to number 5 for me. And number 4 is going to be Chris Vector for me. Now this guy, another very iconic weapon system right here. The recoil system, it's got the, it goes kind of down.
Super V.
Super V, exactly. Great gun, like awesome. With the new different recoil system, I expected a little bit better recoil impulse. It wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't all that great either. Overall, the manual of arms is a little bit different with this thing, but this thing is known to go extremely fast when it comes to full auto. Huge, very, very fast cycle rate. And price point, we're talking about right around 1,500 bucks. Good value, that's why it is my number 4. Leaving it right here. Canon is definitely a top dog. Shout out to Dead Air. Now my number 3 and my number 2, and this was kind of like a very close matchup, and this is gonna be LWRC SMG 45 is my number 3. And the reason for that is, UMP mags, fantastic. For the price point, the recoil's all right, decent, not bad, but I had some accuracy issues with this thing. Only this gun did it, where I would have point of impact shifts.
While suppressed.
Right. But only this guy did it. That's why this is kind of going there for me, number 3 spot. I don't know what that is, but I need to investigate that further. So there's that. And the price point, we're talking about between $2,500 to $3,000 for this thing. My number 2 is going to be my CMMG Banshee. Obviously, we've got the Descent chambered in 45.
All right, like this one, you got like this Descent. They actually make that in 45, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, love that thing. But we obviously shot the Banshee. Glock mags, full auto rated upper, which is really good if you want to throw those FRTs. There you go, his favorite. And, good, you're just regular buffer system right here. You've got that. Very low profile, light, pretty good gun. The recoil impulse was just something I expected. It didn't just give me less, it didn't give me more. It was just on point, and they have that delayed blowback system. So it was decent. And the price point about 1,500 bucks, guys. Number 2. And number 1 is going to be the Grand Power Strybog SP45A3, and A3 means roller delay system. This thing suppressed with the obviously UMP 45 mags. With the UMP mags though, the Grand Power mags, which we've got them right here, they're good, but a couple of times we had issues with them. Some of them
With flat nose.
with the flat nose, exactly. But with the UMP 45 mags, we never had any problems. I can't believe how nice this thing shoots when suppressed. Incredibly soft. It was so soft and so nice. I almost hated every single one of these guns. And the reason for that is I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody was able to make a 45 super reliable, shoot extremely soft in a platform that weighs not too much and nice and slim. How the heck these guys didn't give me something similar to that? None of them came close to the Grand Power when it comes to recoil impulse. Again, that's not the only thing I'm judging these things on, right? I'm talking about transport or price point, storage, the specs that it gives you. Like Ruger could have done maybe better for me if Ruger actually had a smaller profile, but it's a giant of a gun. Like I was talking about a High Point, huge gun, gives you 7 rounds. That's not gonna fly with me. But this thing, man, if you guys haven't shot one of these, suppress 45, give it a try. But that is my list, Jason. And we haven't, like, we shot at different days. So he wasn't there when I was shooting. I wasn't there when he was shooting. So we'll have probably completely different lists.
All right, well, hang on to your butts, ladies and gents. It's about to get hot. Coming in with my one that I would say just didn't tickle my fancy whatsoever. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, brother. The TMP 45. It just was very, I don't know, it just let me down, kind of, if that makes any sense. Yeah. It really wasn't anything special. The price point does not justify what I'm feeling here. It's just a keep it simple, stupid gun that honestly, I could have done without. So just saying that this one definitely topped the bottom of the list by any means.
It's the only one with a weird bread pitch.
That is very true. Left hand. I understand German, right? Like, it's cool. But yeah, moving on to my number 6, I will say this. It's got to be the Chris Vector. So the reason why, I understand it's great, it looks cool. Cyberpunk call, they said they want their gun back. I have a hard time with this gun due to its lack of ergonomics. And when I say lack of ergonomics, it's not like you can't put your hand everywhere, but the simple fact of just a natural place where you would naturally put your hand, you could potentially cause a malfunction. That's a no-go for me. So if it is go time, if it is a pinch, it's not right for me in those instances. I know your mileage may vary, it is what it is. But to be honest with you, like, once we did add the can to it, that Super V system kind of didn't really even play a factor, if that makes any sense. It just wasn't all there, and then it kind of just made it front heavy. I mean, the gun literally looks like the old Twitter bird, if you actually kind of squint real hard. It's just not my thing. Not my thing. I don't know, man.
This gun only has a cool factor.
Yeah.
That's
pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to my number 5, which one actually just didn't speak to me. Definitely got to agree, SMG 45. It's great, it's heavy. I will notice that. So if you really think about it, these two are kind of in the same league. If you think about it, this one obviously has that short operation system, but it's heavy, and it kind of just doesn't warrant, of course, accuracy issues doing while suppressed definitely played a factor. So, I mean, other than that, this did run pretty much all the ammo that we gave it until, had a little problem with that flat nose. And guys, we have to say this, flat nose 45 is a whole different animal when you try to actually run it in these guns. So depending on how your feed ramps are made, you might have some issues. Here's the surprising factor. My next one, which is going to be my number 4, right? The high point actually surprised me. Very much so. This gun literally is just exactly what it gives you. Everything that you need, and pretty much no extras. You do have this nice little, I always laugh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The recoil pad, right? It kind of dampens things. It is what it is. I think if they would spend a little bit more time on this gun, they would actually have something a little bit like pretty awesome. Change this out, like get rid of the plasticky stuff. I get it. I mean, obviously come stock with the warning sticker. Of course, we know all high points do. It is what it is. And then the lack of capacity, definitely there. I get that. Yeah, this mag, it was great in 19.
It's like giving me a Hummer and a 100 horsepower engine.
And two-wheel drive
I looked at that
only.
Yeah,
right?
It's just that big of a gun and very little capacity.
Right, but for, again, the price point, this thing slaps. I mean, for the price point. And I can't believe I'm saying that, right? Cool. Moving into my number 3. Now, this one was a toss-up because it really was tough. It's going to be the Ruger. Now, I will say this. You can laugh all you want to. That's okay. And that's why we have different opinions.
No, I wasn't laughing for the Ruger.
Here,
little fake.
Oh, a little fake out. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I will say this. It is long, and you do feel it, and it is totally made out of metal, and I do get that. But what I felt as a recoil impulse was straight back. This thing had every bit of a feel of if I was firing like a 300 blackout suppress, and it was zero movement. I noticed that my dot didn't move. It was great. I didn't feel anything too crazy or violent running suppressed or unsuppressed, and it just felt good. Granted, it folds, I get it, it takes Glock mags. Is that really special? Not so much, but you can, extend it out if you want to. Of course, it gives you all of the capabilities that you have right out of the box. So that's one thing that's really awesome. A lot of these don't give you that option, like you have to buy something else, but look at all the rail mounting options that you have on this. And it's a non-reciprocating charging handle, so that is absolutely primo in my eyes. As we move on to the top 2, right? There's no points for second place, but I will say it. The Strybog came in second place for me. This is a phenomenal gun. I love the operating system of it. I will say a couple things that just, for me, it feels extremely heavy, but extremely plasticky. So that's just me, my 2 cents. When it comes down to the safety selectors, I feel like I'm gonna break them. Trying to lock this.
That's the only negative thing I can say
Right.
about the bolt release, bolt catch.
Right.
They definitely need to revamp that one.
Yeah.
Because it's just too pointy.
It's
and
too
it hurts
pointy.
your
It
hand.
hurts your
doesn't go-
finger. I mean, even if we've shot plenty of rounds to this, and I'm sorry, Ryan, we have shot your gun a lot. But I will say this, it's just not the greatest thing or very intuitive for me. It needs to be a flat button, flat panel, and it just feels a little plasticky. And here's another thing. Most of these, right, you can change out the grips, even down to the crisp vector, right? Even, obviously, the ones that are built in the pistol grip, you can't do that, right? But most of them, you have, like, interchangeability. Woo! There you go. Upgraded bolt catch that didn't come stock. I appreciate that afterthought. It's okay. But I would love to be able to change the grip on this thing and make it my own. That'd be really cool. I'm pretty sure there's even an aftermarket company that makes an aftermarket lower that's billet, right?
Yeah,
See?
cool. Yeah.
See, there you go. So with all that in saying, it's heavy up front. You can feel every bit of that operating system, and that may play a huge factor in why the recoil impulse is so soft. Because if I hold this right now, it's dipping forward, right? So that's just me. Again, it takes UMP mags, solid mag. The mag has always been solid from the jump. It is what it is, but I have to say this. Number 1 was the Banshee. It's lightweight. It is soft. And when it came down to the shooter's ear, shooting suppress, this one actually was the quietest, and I couldn't believe it. That delayed system that they have in here, what is it, radial delay? It just did everything that it's advertised to do. It really did bleed off those gases until it was ready to come back, and it was so soft to the ear. And as the people saw, I took my ear muff off just to make sure I could hear what I was going. This one took the cake for me. And again, commonality, AR style controls, takes Glock mags, even though that's like one of my things that I never go to because, I mean, it looks like smooth criminal every time you enter a Glock mag in here. But this one just did it, man. It's lightweight, and it just does it for me. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, let us know what you think, guys, in the comment section. What would your basically 7 through 1 would be, and why? And also, do you have any experience with these guns? Because a lot of times, like, you see a lot of PCC content on the internet, on YouTube, obviously, but I don't really see a lot of people ever, honestly, having so many, like a 45 calibers or so many 9mm, like a PCC Showdown that we're about to do sometime soon. We don't really see that. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you have any experience, and what's your favorite? That's it. Let us know if we actually missed any other 45 caliber PCCs, and let us know if you guys want us to do round 2. And also check out our contest stuff. We need some cool stuff. With that being said, Jason,
Wraps it
God
up,
bless,
man.
right?
God bless.
We'll see you on the next one.